These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
Thanks for joining us for ABC 15 News at 4 on this Tuesday. I'm Faye Fredericks. ABC 15 working to learn more after a police shooting in Phoenix near Cave Creek and Union Hills. Around 11 last night, Phoenix police say they were called to a home for a domestic dispute between a man and his mother. They were told that the man was inside the home with knives. Department telling us the man did not drop the knives when police asked and started moving in the direction of his mother's room. That's when one officer pulled the trigger, hitting the man once. He has already been released from the hospital and is now facing charges. No officers were injured. Investigators releasing their initial report to a deadly plane crash at Falcon Field back on November 5th. 4 people on board and the driver of a car that the plane slammed into all died. NTSB says the pilot tried to slow down before going off the runway and crashing into the car. Developing right now, a murder without a motive. A decades-old case back in the spotlight as a convicted killer fights to get out from behind bars. But following a Board of Executive Clemency hearing, Jacob Weidman will remain in prison, at least for now. Weidman was a teen when he killed Eric Kane while on a camping trip in Flagstaff back in 1986. Weidman was released on home arrest in 2016, but just months later, that release was revoked. ABC 15 was told he failed to make a required appointment with a psychologist. Weidman and his legal team have been challenging the revocation, saying it didn't follow due process requirements. Troubling trend in the East Valley as homeowners show ABC 15 the moments fireworks are tossed into their yard. The Alvey family telling us they were woken up last night and found their backyard full of smoke. Surveillance footage catching the sound of the launch before police got there to collect evidence in the area.
The only reason it didn't cause damage or explode or blow up or make a fire is because we're in construction right now and our backyard is literally pure dirt.
The biggest thing right now is accountability.
Another incident this summer sparked a barn fire. Gilbert police confirmed they're canvassing the area, hoping to find footage that could lead to an arrest. ABC 15 following up on the proposed closure of 6 schools in the Roosevelt district. A public hearing will happen tonight at 5:30. Some South Phoenix neighbors are set to unveil a school solutions report with alternatives. It was put together by parents, educators, and neighbors. The South Phoenix School District is considering closures as it battles a nearly $5 million budget deficit. District leaders are expected to vote on this Thursday. Urban camping also a topic in Tempe. City says it's going to begin strictly enforcing its camping ordinance after the passage of a new measure, Prop 312, passed in the November election. It allows property owners to apply for a tax refund if the city, town, or county does not enforce camping or loitering laws. Tempe City Code doesn't allow anyone to use public property for housing. The enforcement also follows a Supreme Court decision that says citing people for camping is not cruel and unusual punishment. ABC 15 following up now on a story about homelessness. More Valley cities are taking a closer look at camping bans. Mesa Council members voting last night to ban camping on all city properties on top of current restrictions preventing camping in parks. Violators could face a Class 3 misdemeanor. Most recent point-in-time count shows more than 300 people in Mesa are living on the streets. This week, the city of Surprise will also consider a similar ban. And while you're there, consider taking some time to meet Ellie. She's a 10-year-old domestic short-haired cat who's been at the shelter for almost 3 months now. She was surrendered when her family moved. AHS says she would do best in a calm home. You can learn more about her at azhumane.org/adopt.
Tracking your forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sullins. It has been a warm start to the week, record-breaking, in fact, today. With high pressure in control, things are going to stay warm, but we do have this little area of low pressure sneaking in too, and that should take temperatures down a few degrees as we head through the rest of this week. We also have another area of low pressure that we're going to be watching coming in from the northwest here. This could bring some chances for snow to parts of northern Arizona by early next week, and will significantly drop temperatures across the state, bringing valley highs back into the 60s, it looks like, by the start of next week. Tomorrow, though, 54 degrees in the morning, 70 by noon, and 77 around 4 p.m. Temperatures still nearly 10 degrees above normal, even as we drop several degrees from those low to mid 80s we hit across the valley today. 78 in the forecast Thursday and Friday, still in the 70s through the weekend, but that cool down next week takes us down to 66 degrees in Phoenix by Tuesday.